Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 135 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel. This is American Bushido 20. Big Ben Rothwell versus Micro Crow Cop. This should be, that's a hell of a main event, though. That's a very exciting fight. Obviously, the winner of that will go on to Shockwave to take on Sergey. It's going to be huge. Cannot wait for that. We'll look at the pieces of mail. Sean Pearson wants to fight Diego Sanchez. That's a fight that I would really like to see. Diego Sanchez has already taken on Ryan Stout, but would love to see that in 2010. Then for Lee Murray, he wants to fight Ron Fairclough. Now, Lee Murray's had a tough run as of late. He's lost 3 straight here to Murillo, Scott Smith, and Alex Stiebling. Obviously, very tough guys, all those guys. And he was on a roll, obviously, after beating Benji Radish, Jeremy Horn, Frank Sherlock, then knocking out Rampage. That was a huge role for him, and really for him, maybe give him maybe a tomato can to crush, then have him come back and take on Fairclough in 2010. Could very well happen, because I think Lee Murray's ready to go. I think he could fight right now, but Fairclough, I think, has to wait a little bit longer. Yeah, 2 months, so yeah, that's probably what we'll do there, as we'll keep those just in case, though. Then we extended Nick Serra. Shane Roller, we signed him. He's 2-0. Obviously, right now, we sent him down to. I don't think his contract's officially signed yet, or if we did sign him, we sent him down to Elite XC. Either way, we signed him. Murillo left Budokan Luta Livre. Adriana Jenkins has left Body Shop Gym and joined Team Link. Ron Fairclough left Greg Jackson's Big Special Arts. Have extended Julia Berzakova and Fabio Maldonado. Not a bad extensions from those people. Let's go ahead and run this American Bushido 20 card. The main event, Big Ben Rothwell versus Mirko Crow Cop for the heavyweight title. Having the Pride FC heavyweight title shot here at American Bushido 20, that's a huge fight for sure. We have Jason Von Flew and John Alicio as well on this card, and Toby Imada and Gilbert Melendez. This is a pretty stacked card for a Bushido card. Yuki Kondo, Nate Marcotte, Jake Shields, and Elijah Harshberger, then Erica Montoya and Jessica Aguilar to kick off the show on the main card side. And the prelims, Luke Rockhold taking on Thiago Silva, and then Sarah Schneider taking on Michelle Watterson, the Karate Hottie. We'll see how all those fights play out here. As main event, though, Crow Cop looking to make his first defense of the Pride Heavyweight title. He's finished 4 of his last 5 opponents, so has Big Ben Rothwell. 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. That's Rothwell's 4th, Crow Cop's 6th. The 8th time Mirko Crow Cop has main evented a Pride event. 4th time for Big Ben Rothwell, as Crow Cop has trained at Golden Glory. Rothwell's over a record of 1-0 against other members of that team. I'm assuming that's against Andrei Arlovsky. Or not Andrei Arlovsky, Alistair Overeem, as I'm assuming that's where that comes from. So I don't think anybody else on this list trained at Golden Glory, because I don't think Fedor did. I think Fedor trained at Red Devil Sport. But, that's huge, though. It's a huge fight for both guys. Rothwell is the favorite going into this, which makes sense, because I think he's a little bit more well-rounded than Crow Cop is, but you can't count out Mirko Crow Cop with those legs, with those head kicks. It could be over in an instant. And, with Crow Cop, he's 13-2, and Pride FC's crazy. He's on his loss to Kazuki Fujita, Josh Barnett. It's TKO'd, the body kicks against Big Nog at Shockwave 2008. He's waited a long time for this fight here in 2009. Depending on what happens, if this is just a full-out brawl, they'll end up missing Shockwave 2009, but the idea is to have them main event or even co-main the Shockwave 2009 card to take on Sergey, whoever wins this fight. As far as Big Ben Rothwell, as far as he's had a huge run so far, he already fought earlier this year in May, so he might fight 3 times this year, depending on what happens. Obviously, he has not had a first-round finish since the Fedor fight, which that was after a double-A takedown. Fedor left his neck in, and he got caught with a guillotine. But that's kind of crazy to think, because, as far as Tim Sylvia took the third round for Alistair Overeem. You see, as far as getting a lot of submission wins, some guillotines, some rear naked chokes, some Kimuras. So that would definitely play into a huge factor here against Mirko Crow Cop. So obviously not the most, as far as... but again, with Fedor and with I want to say it was Alistair Overeem, or maybe it was Andre Arlovski. Yeah, it was Andre Arlovski. With the getting caught with the rear naked chokes, that was because they went for double leg takedowns. So you're not going to suspect, Mirko's going to do that. I think Overeem, they were on the ground, and I want to say he just capitalized by taking us back and got him with a rear naked choke, and I forgot how the Kimura finish happened. Mainly because, being caught on the ground. So all these guys that he's kind of beaten are guys that look to take it to the ground, really besides Overeem. But that's something to look after as far as he's going to look to stand with him. And if you're going to stand up with Big Ben Rothwell, I think Crow Cop has the advantage there. We'll see. That's a very intriguing main event. And Jason Von Flue taking on John Alessio. This is basically, you could say, a number one contendership for welterweight title shot here. It's Von Flue, absolute savage, 8-2, on a hell of a run. As far as this is really his biggest fight yet, though. But the John Fitch fight, John Fitch is now like one of the top welterweights in our division. Diego Sanchez, obviously a tough guy, and getting Von Flue choke wins over Ryan Stout and Martin Kampmann, which those two guys look like they're not going to be in the higher rankings of the welterweight division, at least so far. It's crazy. He's only lost to George St. Pierre, Luis Santos, and they also lost to Nick Serra before he joined us. But the only Pride FC losses are two former welterweight champions. So obviously, very, very high praise for Jason Von Flue. And then for John Alessio, 21-11, 2-2 in Pride FC. Again, guys he's lost to welterweight champions. Of course, stopping the Dennis Hallman reign and then beating GSP by unanimous decision. But you see there, he's either going to win by unanimous decision or he might get caught by a body kick. He's gotten some submission wins in the past as far as in UFC, but for Pride FC, usually it's going to be by unanimous decision win. We'll see if he can bust it. I don't think he's going to have better submission skills than Jason Von Flue. We'll see. That's a fun fight, though. I'm really excited for this main and co-main. Then Toby Imada and Gilbert Melendez. This could be a main event anywhere else. If this was a Bushido card, not a Bushido card, excuse me, a worldwide card, this is definitely a main event of a worldwide taping here. Is Toby Imada and Gilbert Melendez. They're top 10 ranked lightweights. They might even be top 5. Because, Toby Imada's third, and he's the 20th on the pound-for-pound list. And then Gilbert Melendez, he's 7th. So 2 top 10 welterweights battling it out. Melendez trains at Greg Jackson's Mixed Martial Arts, which Imada has a record of 0-1 against other members of the team. And then Imada trains at Death Clutch Gym, which Gilbert Melendez has a record of 0-1 against other members of that team. First time I thought Melendez does have the reach advantage, but it looks like Imada's got the Blurka stat picks. 6-1 with Chris W. backing Gilbert Melendez. Yeah, Gilbert Melendez is a savage. Toby Imada, we haven't really gotten the best of him, I don't think. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. It's crazy to think that we haven't gotten the best of him when he was a, multiple, he won the lightweight title on his debut and had multiple defenses, but I just never felt like we got the best of him. Because, the Jens Pulver armbar win, Jens Pulver, obviously, is not even part of Pride FC anymore. Joe Stevenson could have probably won either way. Dean Thomas hasn't really had his best outings either yet. Would like to maybe, if he gets the win here, maybe get a rematch with Josh Thompson since it was a split decision loss. And then for Gilbert Melendez, 9-4, 18-5 as a whole. Just lost to Ramiro Sato, losing his lightweight title, of course. As far as, that's a tough break there, but had a couple of rear naked choke wins. Other than that, it's been either unanimous decision or a split decision loss. He had the TKO win against Mac Danzig in his debut in Pride FC back in 2005. We'll see what happens here, though. This is a very exciting fight, though, I think, for both guys. They match together pretty well. Melendez has the reach advantage, which should play into a factor, but I don't know if he's going to use the striking to his advantage. I think he's just going to use that 5-inch reach advantage and maybe use that reach to grapple with him. We'll see. And Yuki Kondo and Nate the Great Mark Kopp, both guys are kind of on their, backs against the wall as far as not having a lot of momentum going into this fight for both guys. Yuki Kondo's finished 3 of his last 5 opponents, though, at least, but he's on a 2-fight losing streak. Beat Melvin Manhoff in his return, but he then, was taking on Rampage and Shogun, so, tough guys there, obviously. And Nate Marcotte, guy who's been around forever, 11-7 in Pride FC. He's fought basically the best. He's been here since 2001 when he debuted against Vanderlei Silva, when Vanderlei was, one of the top middleweights in the world, one of the top fighters in the world. It's crazy. He's lost to Vanderlei, former middleweight champion, Chuck, former middleweight champion. Silva, former middleweight champion. Murillo, another former middleweight champion. That was even a middleweight title fight. And then had the rematch against Vanderlei. And, Fabio Maldonado's a top guy, and Stiebling's a top guy as well. So he's just fought the best of the best. He's beaten some top guys, too, along the way. This should be a great fight for Nate Marcotte. I don't think Yuki Kano has a chance. You see the betting lines have Marcotte's a huge favorite, and I think I'd have to agree with that. Be a shocking win for Yuki Kano if he gets the win here. And then Jake Shields and Elijah Harshbarger. It's a welterweight contest. Harshbarger trains at the American Top Team. Shields has a overall record of 0-1 against other members of that team. Jake Shields is currently ranked 21st in the welterweight division. Elijah Harshbarger ranked 25th, so obviously at the tail end of the rankings for the welterweight division. Shields will have a significant weight advantage for this fight, but Harshbarger has the Blaircat staff picks. I wouldn't count out Jake Shields. Jake Shields 6-6, 20-8. Really, I think the big thing was consistency. And, as far as beating top-level guys, it's crazy to think he's beaten Thiago Alves by split decision. To see where Thiago Alves is at now, it's pretty nuts. He's also beaten Carlos Condit at King of the Cage. The Matt Serra win's big, but, Matt Serra seems to be kind of at the tail end of his career now. I mean, it's crazy to think Jay Shields is still 30 years old. He's still got a long ways to go. Elijah Harshbarger hasn't been that great of a signing so far. Lost his first 3 fights in Pride FC. Of course, he got knocked out by Thiago Alves. Got caught in the clinch. He just kneed into smithereens. But besides that fight, all of his fights have been either very poor or awful. So that's not a great sign for Elijah Harshbarger. And, Jake Shields is another guy that could sometimes have bad fights. So we're definitely rolling the dice with that one. In our prelims, to kick off the show, 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, I guess, for the women's side of things, is Erica Montoya and Jessica Jag Aguilar. Montoya submitted 3 of the last 5 opponents, first time they have fought. Jessica Aguilar is a 7-inch reach advantage, betting line favorite. Erica Montoya hasn't had that great of a run here in Pride FC. Of course, she's lost to Kiko Tamai and then Chris Cyborg, which those are 2 tough opponents. She's lost to Vanessa Porto and Smackro, which that's a tough opponent there, obviously. And Ana Michelle Tavares, Julia Brzakova, she lost to Roxy Modafferi. She's also lost to Kelly Cabal-Schmidt. So really the top echelon girls besides Roxy Modafferi, unfortunately, but she's gotten screwed over by judges too many times to really gauge how she's really should be rated. But this should be a fun fight, though. Jessica Aguilar, obviously very young in her career, 6-4, but she lost her debut fight at Pride 41. It's been a while since we've seen her. She's now back, and we'll see how she does against Erica Montoya. And our prelims, Luke Rockhold, Thiago Silva, as Thiago Silva will have a significant weight advantage, but it looks like it's not going to matter. It's Luke Rockhold, 5-2 on the Blaircat staff picks. Of course, Luke Rockhold, we haven't seen him a whole lot. He made his, as far as his debut in 2007, then we sent him down the rings. He beat Travis Lutter, and then we brought him back. It's just crazy to think how long he's been in the mod for. He's only had 2 fights this entire time. Getting his 3rd one here against Thiago Silva, which is another tough guy. Thiago Silva, no small, as far as skills wise, that is not really that talented compared to some of the other guys we have in the middleweight division. You beat James McSweeney, but even then, it had to take the 2nd round to knock out James McSweeney, which is not a great sign. If you're Thiago Silva, you need to finish him a little bit more faster. We'll see what happens, though, as for Luke Rockhold, should be a win there for him. And then Sarah Schneider gets the Karate Hottie. Michelle Watterson, as Sarah Schneider has a 7-inch reach advantage, making her Pride FC debut. But Michelle Watterson is the favorite still, which is pretty wild. She's 4-2. She won in her debut against Angela Magna. She won with a rear naked choke, which was a poor fight. Hopefully this one's a little bit more exciting, as Sarah Schneider, 3-1. She is coming off a win in Smackero. That was back in April. And so we'll see what happens. This prelim fight is minus 200 for Michelle Watterson, plus 150 rather for Sarah Schneider. Las Vegas, Nevada, Denver, Colorado. Both girls coming in at 5'3". A little heavier is Sarah Schneider, a little older. Sarah Schneider, obviously karate background for Michelle Watterson, American Jiu-Jitsu for Sarah Schneider. Herb Dean's the referee, ringside judges. Here we go. Round 1 begins. The 2 fighters stand, trade strikes, but neither fighter can do anything damaging. Looking at confident is Schneider looking at shortening the range, using her reach to her advantage. Watson looks to get in a shot here, but Schneider took the initiative. There's a punch, but Watson avoids it. Two left hands on the counter from Watson. The 1-2 from Schneider, but Watson avoids both of them. They come together and strike, but neither fighter, it comes really tentative and nothing comes of it, though. Toe-to-toe with strikes. Neither fighter can land a flurry here. Schneider looking like she was about to step in and grapple, but Watson steps in, looking to unleash some strikes here. Jab is wide from Watson and scores the right cross. 1-2, but Watson was equal to it. Watson takes a chance, grabs her into a clinch, wrestles up against the ropes here. Not happening, though, as Watson has to get her with a knee strike to the body now. Still trying to get up against the ropes. She finally does so. Look for a sweep. Excellent outside leg trip. Looking to catch her breath now. She's in control here. Michelle Watson looking to just keep her down here as much as she can. Oh, but looking for a Kimura. Wow, she's got it. What a Kimura win here for Michelle Watterson. Huge win, 2-0 for Michelle Watterson here in Pride FC. Tough debut for Sarah Schneider. It's not great. Not a great start. But a great win, though, and a great fight there for Michelle Watterson. She's the one to take on Jessica Aguilar, so we'll see what happens there, depending on what happens in that fight. But we're going to see later on as Luke Rockhold, Thiago Silva, 2-0, 5-3. As St. Paul, Brazil, Santa Cruz, California for Luke Rockhold, 6'3", 205, 6'1", 205. Tall middleweights, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu background for Luke Rockhold, Muay Thai background for Thiago Silva. Pretty close on the betting lines. Minus 150, plus 110. Jiu-jitsu for Luke Rockhold, that's pretty great. Mario Yamasaki's the referee. Both weighed in at 205, but Thiago Silva a little heavier now. Luke Rockhold must be in California here because we're fighting from a home crowd tonight. So here we go. As Rockhold ignores the offer to touch gloves. Punch from Silva fails to land. Now looking for a shot. Almost got away with him, not quite. It's left hopping on one leg. Rockhold's able to get him up against the ropes here. Here comes a trip. It's a quick inside leg trip. And now Rockhold throws a few relatively weak-looking right hands. Fires away with some elbows. Now Silva doesn't take any undue damage. There's some minor strikes. Keeps Silva, gets him with a few quick strikes again. Pounds away with 3 elbows in quick succession. Doesn't do much damage, though. Looking to pass. Pass attempt results in the scramble. And now the scramble allows Rockhold to take us back. That's not good. And he's got a body triangle. That might be it. Wow, fights off the rear naked choke. Now he breaks free of the body triangle. How about that? Oh, well, Rockhold just now has mount. So still is in a lot of danger here. Some elbows. Not taking too much damage. They're trying to sweep from the bottom. That's not happening. Now he's hurting him now with these elbows. Wow, and now he's going to give up his back again. Another body triangle, looking for the rear naked choke, and he's tapped him out this time. Luke Rockhold, very impressive performance there. Yeah, Thiago Silva was in a little bit over his head, which is crazy to think, because it was pretty close, but it just, the whole time Luke Rockhold was in control, and dominant performance there. Yeah, I mean, he did a tremendous job there, as giving his name check to everyone at Thug Jitsu, of his various sponsors, all of his friends in the sport. He brags about choking out Thiago Silva. Says that he would do the same to anyone that steps up to fight him. Wow. It's very bland when interviewed, yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. As Erica Montoya, Jessica Aguilar, 10-8, 6-4, Houston, Texas, San Pedro, California, 5'5", 125, 5'4", 125 for Jessica Aguilar. Pretty close in age range, 24, 27. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, mixed martial artist, plus 420. Blazes for Erica Montoya, minus 530 for Jessica Aguilar. Yamasaki staying out there, ringside judges. Montoya again getting a big cheer. She gets her entrance here as fighting from a home crowd. They touch gloves. Neither fighter can take any strikes. Quick exchange doesn't produce anything. Montoya looking to clinch with her, now looking to pull her down into a guard. Not happening though, now just able to take control of the clinch. Looking for a slam here, and it's a big slam. Now trying to get out of the half guard in a better position. Trying to scramble, they find themselves scrambling here. Scramble sees Jessica Aguilar rather up first, and she's quick to grab a waistlock on Montoya, gaining back control. Looking to drag her back down, she does so. Oh, and she's got mount right off the takedown, looking for an armbar. Not only defended it, but now stacks her, so now she's able to hit several punches before gaining side control. That's a great job by Erica Montoya. Trying to move the guard, not happening though. Trying to transition the guard, but can't quite manage it. Few right hands to the body, throws some small strikes. Just clear, just trying to catch her breath now. Trying to catch her breath again. Montoya just throwing some punches. Just looking to keep control, but they get stood up here by Mario Masaki. Standing straight in the center of the ring, looking for a clinch, trying to pull her down to the guard, and it's just a slam. As now trying to secure ground control, but again, Montoya is able to get free. But Jessica Aguilar is able to get side control. Keeps her guessing here. Aguilar, a couple punches now. Looking for an E-bar. That would have been huge. Not happening. Don't think she's going to be able to tap out Erica Montoya. We'll see, though. Montoya strikes, nothing really happening. That's the end of the first round. Pretty good round, though, from both girls. Really, obviously, Jessica Aguilar did a little bit more with the takedowns. But even then, Erica Montoya had a great job of being able to land a couple of shots and be able to take control. As Aguilar looked like she was about to see a shot in, but Montoya stepped in fast and clinched with her. Again, you look at the sucker into the guard, rather. But Aguilar, again, impressively improvising, finally slamming her back down on the mat. An up kick makes Aguilar think twice about advancing, though. Is able to secure side control, and it's too quick, though. Is Erica Montoya slipping away, looking at the scramble. But we're back where we started, basically. He's trying to work to get half guard. Another scramble. Jessica Aguilar's up first to quickly grasp up against ropes. Another takedown. Yep. A few weak-looking moves. Weak-looking punches, rather. But Jessica Aguilar looking to just probably keep control here for the rest of this round. Looking to get from side control to mount. And she's got mount, but it's a scramble. And now she's on her back. Erica Montoya is in control here for a little bit. A couple of short, sharp punches to the side of the head here from Jessica Aguilar from the bottom. Yeah, I think she's going to win this one by unanimous decision unless Erica Montoya finishes here in the third. As seeing her opponent about to time in, Erica Montoya again looks to get the clinch. Try to lock her legs around her waist, and again gets finally slammed. You think she would remember not to do that after happening every single round, but she's going to keep doing it. As Erica Montoya scoots backwards, and as soon as Aguilar comes in, they initiate the scramble, and she ends up losing out on the scramble. Looking for an armbar from the bottom. That would have been huge. Not happening, though. You're looking for it again? It fins it off again. It's fairly easy side control now. Aguilar blocks attempt to, transition into a scramble or anything, and that's going to be your winner by unanimous decision. Will be Jessica Aguilar. It was a pretty good fight, though. It was pretty fun. 10-9 though for Erica Montoya. I think we're going to send her back down to Smack Girl, because I just don't think she's in a little bit over her head here. 7-4 though for Jessica Aguilar, which she praises Erica Montoya for her skill of toughness, puts over her fight camp, and thanks her supporters for supporting her financially. So Jake Shields, Elijah Harshbarger, next contest, 20-8, 18-7, Woodbridge, Virginia, San Francisco, California. Has another jiu-jitsu wrestling background for Erica Montoya as Elijah Harshbarger. American Top Team, Cesar Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, plus 100, minus 110, the favorite in Elijah Harshbarger. I honestly don't see that, but that's not easy money, I guess, for Jake Shields, if I were to bet on him. Herb Dean's our referee, ringside judges. Even though he weighed in at 183 yesterday, it's obvious Jake Shields is probably fighting now around 190, 195 again. Fighting from home crowd tonight, gets a big cheer. I love how California is just... You think you'd have cities, but, what Adam Ryland can't do everything, I guess. Fighters touch gloves. Shields wanting to grapple, comes forward and appears willing to take a few shots here. There's a quick 1-2, but doesn't land either blow. Clear opportunity for Shields to be able to clinch up with him. Trying to push him against the ropes, he does so. Looking to maybe take him down, but he's trying to maintain control, actually. But Harshbarger, using his wrestling skills to pull out and circle back into the center here, as gets close up to grapple again. Elijah Harshbarger out-wrestling him. He's got him up against the ropes now this time. Does Elijah Harshbarger just going to keep him up against the ropes here. Trying to smother him. Now Shields looking to sweep. It's excellent. That's like leg trip. Great job by the Jake Shields. Now Elijah Harshbarger trying to sweep. Not happening. Trying to transition to guard. Can't quite manage it again. Does a few strikes. Clearly taking his moment to try and catch his breath. Blocks Harshbarger as he tries to transition to guard. Keeps Harshbarger guessing. Using an underhook here to work some separation and quickly scrambles. Shields too quick though. Can grab side control before Harshbarger can get up. Shields does a few strikes clear, slowing things down so he can catch his breath. It's not looking good for Elijah Harshbarger so far. Shields is just content to keep him down there. Minute left, still keeping him down there. Finally, referee stands back up. It's a little too late now for this. But Shields has the aggressor in the over-under. Trying to get him up against the ropes. Is he going to take him down again, maybe? I'm just going to... A couple of body shots in the round. Yep, not a great round for Elijah Harshbarger. As, hopefully we get a little bit more here. That's what happens, though. We risked it by having these two fight against each other. As, there's a big right hand, but Shields evades the big left here. Shields is able to clinch up with him again. Looking for a takedown. Can't get it, though. Hochberger's able to try to wrestle him down, but that's not happening either. At a stalemate here. Throws some strikes and a fast leg kick, but Shields is equal to all of it. Shields gets a hold of him now, try to get him up against the ropes. Both guys are fighting though. Hochberger looking for a takedown. They're both looking for that first takedown this round. Not happening now. And we're just now Hochberger's starting to slow down, trying to connect some strikes and some slithering leg kicks though. There's a big right hand, or big jab rather, as Shields evades the big left punch. Come together and clinch. Hochberger's got the control in the clinch now, looking to take him down here maybe. Shields proves to be good. My God, just Jake Shields proves to be too good. It manages to turn around, so now he's in top position, but that's the end of the round. Tough round for Jake Shields. Probably Hochberger's round, as Hochberger's, even though he didn't get any takedowns, he was in control for the majority of the round. Not a great round again, but yeah, not looking good as far as for a fight rating. We'll see what happens in the third and final round. This may have been even getting close, but Hochberger aggressively took the initiative. 1-2 doesn't hit either of them, though. Hochberger, again, the aggressor, trying to get him up against the rope. Doesn't happen, though, as Shields defends it. Try to get him up against the rope, so this time he's got him. Can't quite do anything, though. Very little happening. He's got him trapped against the ropes. Again, very little happening. Referee separates him. Shields is getting the first, and he's starting to tire. Shields works his way into dominant position now. Now, Shields, if he gets this takedown, that would have been huge. He's got it this time, though. He's got him down, and now he's left on his back pulling half guard as he keeps him getting a few quick strikes. Tries to go get to full guard here, but Shields doesn't get in with the attempt. A few weak-looking punches now. Blocks Hochberger as he tries to transition the guard, and that's the end of the fight. Mercifully, it's over, but I think Jake Shields won that one. We'll see how the judges feel like. Yep, they agree. Is easy money for us if we backed Elijah, or we backed Jake Shields with it. But Elijah Hochberger will be sent down to rings probably. Because besides the Thiago Alves knockout, his fights are just pretty boring, and I don't think we really need him around here. As be 18-8. Think either rings or maybe even Elite XC. We'll see, but probably rings. Usually we wait a little bit, but I think it's time to send him down. As Jake Shields gets the name checked everyone at Caesar Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, all of his favorite sponsors, all of his friends, family, and supporters. Says he has a lot of respect for Elijah Hochberger, though. As our next contest, middleweight contest, Yuki Kondo, Nate the Great Marcotte, 37, 22, and 3, 20 and 9. So a couple of fight veterans here. Denver, Colorado, as Igata Honshu, Japan, for Yuki Kondo, 5'11", 185, 6'1", 205. So the bigger, stronger Nate Marcotte, a more traditional middleweight, obviously, in Yuki Kondo. But yeah, obviously with the Pride FC middleweight division being at 205, you're going to get a bit of a split of more light heavyweights rather than middleweights. But yeah, this is going to be big fight here for Nate Marcotte, and I think he's going to dominate. We'll see. Herb Dean's referee, ringside judges, fight begins. Can't connect with substrikes. There's a leg kick, though, from Yuki Kondo to start off, as made name getting close. But Yuki Kondo is the aggressor. Fails to find him with jab. Another slithering kick to the legs. Great leg kicks there. The left hand from Marcotte. Kondo looking for another strikes him, a fast leg kick, but Marcotte avoids all of them. Stand and trade, but all the shots are either off target or safely dealt with. Now Yuki Kondo has to roll the shoulders to relieve the tension. It's moving forward now, looking to unleash some strikes. Paired tentative jabs from Marcotte lands with zero effect. Some small strikes now, and some fast leg kicks again. Marcotte was equal to all of them. Stand and trade in the center of the ring, nothing happened. Marcotte looking for a takedown, nothing happening. Can't get him down. So Celso pushing him against the ropes, looking for the takedown. He's got it this time. He's got side control. Blocks Kondo here, looking for an arm triangle. Fights it off. Trying to pull guard. Looking for an arm bar now. That gets defended as well. Looking for Kimura. He's going through everything. Going through the roller decks of submissions. Herb Dean's going to stand him up. 3 minutes left as they move together. Both fighters move in and engage. As slipping past the right hook with a good right hand. This Marcotte with a great counter. Yuki Kondo's starting to slow down. That's not a good sign. You're only in the first round of this fight. Doesn't connect for the right hand. Or doesn't connect with the right round. Let's kick rather. Jesus. I'm all over the place. Can't hit the right cross. Yeah, thanks to the bobbing and weaving of Marcotte. 2 defensive jabs there from Marcotte. Neither of them have any power behind them. Combination ends with a kick to the legs. Fast to land from Kondo. Missing the right hook and gets kind of a low kick. Again with these leg kicks from Kondo. 2-punch combination gets avoided. Nothing really happens here from the final 60 seconds here. Can't connect with sub strikes. But hits Marcotte with a beauty of a straight right, though. Now Marcotte looking for the takedown, but again, that's not happening. But against the ropes, he's probably going to get the takedown. He does so. Gives up his back, but that's the end of the round. Yeah, I mean, Yuka kind of was able to stuff the takedowns, but once he gets up against the ropes, it's pretty much in Nate Marcotte's world. A couple of leg kicks, though, from Yuka Kano. That's a good sign. Not a whole lot happening strike-wise here. But, I mean, Marcotte still edged out the round. But Yuka Kano, it's not over for him. If he's able to keep on going with those leg kicks and get a little bit more power behind him, it's going to be a huge win for him. Look to chop down the big tree of Nate Marcotte as can't connect with the jab and catches him with a right hook, though. And there's a cut above the eye there. Yuki Kondo now looking to push the pace, but Marcotte with a counter left hand, 1-2 from Kondo, fails to land. Steps forward, willing to take a few shots, and gets close enough to wrestle now. This combo that ended with a leg kick, fails to land from Kondo. And here comes the grapple now, got him up against the ropes. Looking for the takedown, he's got it. Looking for a knee bar, not happening, no. Trying to sweep, not happening either. Trying to sweep from the bottom, that's not happening. Looking for Kimura. As Kondo's really tired out now. Couple of knee strikes to the ribs. Looking for a Darce choke. That would been huge, but stops it again. Stands him up with 20 seconds left. As Kondo's the right hand with a jab and a head kick to the target. And now is able to clinch up with him, but that's the end of the round. And another round win for Marcotte. But a huge job there from Yuki Kondo to open him up. We'll see what happens in the final round. Missing all the strikes in with a combination with a low kick attempt, another clinch. Nice knee strike to the stomach, trying to get him against the ropes. He does so, and here comes the takedown. Got side control, looking for the knee bar, but again, he's not going to get finished, but he's just going to win by unanimous decision. That is my guess here. Trying to get the mount here. It's a scramble. As Scramble sees the opportunity to dive in for a leg, Marcotte's left toe up after failing to attempt it. Wow, that's not a good job there. Probably shouldn't have risked it, especially with 2 minutes left in this fight. Locking up for Yuki Kondo. Fires with punches, not taking undue damage. And now they're just going to stand up. Well, so much for that. Doesn't trouble his opponent with a combination and with a low kick to the legs, and that kick was even too slow and gets caught. Marcotte probably going to get the takedown. Yep. And now that's going to be a leg lock attempt, which he's not going to finish him, but he will win by unanimous decision as Nate Marcotte just outclassed him the whole way. Yeah, that's it was a good fight though. 21 wins for Nate Marcotte, 37, 23, and 3. Yuki Kondo just that middleweight division's so tough. He's better than everybody in rings, but he's not better than anybody in Pride of Sea. So he's kind of in hell. He's in quite the purgatory. As Nate Marcotte is a name check that went at Greg Jackson's mixed martial arts, all of his favorite sponsors, all of his friends, family, and supporters. And he says he has a lot of respect for Yuki Kondo and he praises his toughness. So our next contest, Toby Imada versus Gilbert El Nino Melendez. Two California natives, Los Angeles for Toby Imada, Santa Ana for Gilbert Melendez. Both are 5'9", both weighed in 161. We'll see how much they're going to look like as far as Gilbert Melendez kind of fights a little heavier. Kind of fights around 170. As wrestling, boxing background for Gilbert Melendez. Judo background for Toby Imada. Death Clutch Jin. As Greg Jackson's mixed martial arts. Both guys were 0-1 against their opponent's fight camp. So maybe potentially get their first win against their fight camps depending on what happens. Unless it's a draw. Can't count that out as Toby Imada's the favorite. I'm still backing Gilbert Melendez. We'll see. Big John McCarthy's referee. Ringside judges. Both, plenty of local support here from both fighters. Family and friends are here for both guys. It's big. It's underway now. Touch of gloves from both guys. Come together and strike. There's a punch but doesn't land from Melendez. Gets close enough to grapple. Now trying to get him up the ropes. He does so. Looking for the takedown. He's got it. As raising up slightly. Melendez looking to hit a knee strike here. But Melendez gets caught as soon as he's off balance. And now bursting into life is Imada looking to scramble. But just results in being on his back, so Melendez is back in side control. Another strike to the ribs. Just a couple of elbows now. Trying to transition the guard, can't quite manage it. Punching down on Imada. They're easily taking on the gloves, though. Big John McCarthy's going to stand him up relatively fast. Seeing his opponent about to shoot in, Melendez is able to time it well, moving the clinch, trying to get him up against ropes. He does so. Actually, Melendez gets out-wrestled. Now Imada's in control, looking for the takedown. Can't get him down, though. Look for it again. He's got it this time. Trying to pass. It's a scramble. As Melendez comes out on top, so wins out in the scramble. Looking for an armbar from the bottom of those two, Imada, but can't quite get it. Looking for it again. Can't get it again. Big John standing him up very, very fast. I cannot believe this. Takedown attempt from Imada. Brilliant sprawl from Melendez. They come together and over-under. Melendez is the better of it. Got him against the ropes. Look for the takedown. He's got it again. As, both guys are able to just take down each other at full force. Gets pulled in tight and takes a couple of short, sharp punches to the side of the face here. Blasts away with a couple of elbows, not taking too much damage. Here as Imada loses out in his guard while defending the elbows. Now Melendez is left standing in front of them, then out the first. It's a good round for both guys. Just Melendez did a little bit more. I think he won that first round. That's the most important round to win, obviously, with that 10-minute round. Second round here, Melendez using a left jab but evades the big right. Mata looking for the takedown. Stops that. Does Melendez, but he's going to get driven up against the ropes. Now look for the takedown. It's excellent. It's like leg trip. Punching down on Melendez here, trying to pull guard again. Keeps him guessing a few quick strikes. Looking for an arm triangle here. Doesn't allow himself to be put in an arm triangle. Look for a Kimura. Stops that again. Those few right hands, man, are just trying to catch his breath now. Big John McCarthy standing him up with a minute left. Mata looking for a takedown again. Gets stopped, but going to push him against the ropes. And Melendez now might get taken down again. He does so. Looking for a knee bar. Stops that from being applied. Tremendous round for Toby Mata. Complete domination. We'll see what happens in the third. Melendez is already pacing round, psyching himself up for this final round. Melendez looking for the takedown. Brilliant sprawl, though. Pushing down on his hands and knees, looking for the knee strike, but Melendez back up too quickly. Melendez starting to slow down a little bit. Using his wrestling skills, Melendez trying to push him against the ropes. He does so. Looking for the takedown. He's got it again. Both guys, when they got him up against the ropes, it's basically an automatic takedown. Pounds away with some elbows, but again, they're only glancing blows. Catching his breath now. Throws a few strikes. Slowing things down. Minute left. Pounds with some elbows again. Pounding on elbows again, and that's the end of the round. So, yeah, dominant performance from everybody. It just depends on which round it was. First round, Melendez did a little bit more. Then, obviously, dominant performance in the second from Toby Mata. And a dominant performance from Gilbert Melendez in the third. Yeah, it should be a Melendez win, but Toby Mata gets it by near decision. That's a tough break. I think as far as from the entire fight goes, it's kind of crazy that the guy on the right lost. We've seen some crazy judges' decisions here in this series as of late. That one was pretty bad. I know he went for the submissions, but I just feel like in the first round, Melendez did a little bit more. In the third round, he obviously did a lot more. He dominated that entire round. So if you put those two rounds together, he would have definitely won that round. Or would have won that fight. Tough break there for Gilbert Melendez. As thanks to everyone connected to Death Clutch Gym. Does Toby Mata for being prepared for the fight and his sponsor supporting financially. We'll give him Josh Thompson now. Easy Mata giving him a show of respect, though, to Gilbert Melendez. A co-main event. Live wire, Jason Von Flue, the natural John Alicio, 18-6, 21-11. Minus 260 favorite for John Alicio. Greg Jackson's mixed martial arts. No team for Jason Von Flue. San Luis Obispo, California. Vancouver, British Columbia for John Alicio. Both guys in their 30s. A little bigger as Jason Von Flue. So we'll see what happens here in the co-main event. Herb Dean's the referee. Ringside judges. Here we go. Von Flue gets a loud cheers. He enters from the crowd. They touch gloves. Clinch up, jockeying for position. Alicio's able to keep control, but he can't keep him down. So Jason Von Flue's got the dominant position now, trying to push him against the ropes. That's not happening either. Looking for a sweep here. Unsuccessful. Von Flue looking for it again. He's got it this time, though. It's a great instant leg trip. Taking him down. Throws a few strikes. Pulls him in close now. It's Alicio on the bottom. A couple of short punches to the side of the head. From the bottom now, Alicio glances at an elbow strike off the top of the head. A few right hands. Double underhooks from Alicio, keeping him from launching any attacks. So Von Flue leans back to preventing Alicio from throwing in the elbows on the top of his head. Erding's going to stand him up. Moving in closer, looking up, open up an attack. Weak flicked left-hand jab. Quick punches in land, though. Standing trade in the center. Nothing really happens, though. Alicio moving forward. Jab is wide, then he catches him with a right hook. Jab lands from Alicio, then Von Flue avoids the big right. Gets control of the clinch here. Trying to push him against ropes. He does so. Looking for another takedown. He's got it. So quick inside leg trip again. Trying to pull Von Flue in close again. Not happening. Looking for an arm bar from the bottom. Not happening. Throws a few right hands. Takes him on a plane ahead. Doesn't posture up, so just very wary of the submissions. Keeps him... tries to smother him, but he can't do it. Has now a couple punches to the body. Herb Dean's going to stand up again, but that's the end of the first round. Yeah, I mean, obviously Von Flue had the takedowns. Jason Von Flue did a really good job when he was able to be in control and not get caught too many times by strikes. I think he won that round. See what happens in here in the second. Clinch up again. Alicio gets the better of it. Looking to push him against the ropes. He's got it. Now looking for the takedown. What a stop there from Jason Von Flue. I cannot believe he stopped him. Couldn't stop that one, now. Throws a couple of punches now. Trying to switch the butterfly guard. Look for a leg lock here. Not happening, though. Tries to underhook now. Can't get it, though. Looking for a leg lock again. Alicio, don't think he's going to tap him out with a leg lock. Oh, looking for an armbar from the bottom, though. Not happening again. Both guys are just looking for their submissions. Herdean's going to stand him up. And it's looking like the angle and the grapple couldn't take the initiative. And there is, jab is wide and hits a vicious high right head kick to the side of the head, and he knocks him down. Man, thought that was going to be a knockout. Huge knockdown, though, for John Alessio. Head kick to end out the second. He wins that round. I think he's the favorite now with that damage, with the takedown, well, with the knockdown, rather. I think he's now in control of this fight. See what happens in the third and final round. Works his way into a dominant position, wrestles himself into a dominant position to grapple, trying to muscle him against the ropes. He backs him against the ropes. Stuck against the ropes now. Von Flue trying to reap the leg here. The trip doesn't work, though, as Alessio blocks it, turns him so now Jason Von Flue's the one in control. Looking for the takedown. It's a successful one. And now Alessio looking for a knee bar. Not happening. And looking for it again. Not happening again. Sucks that Von Flue didn't try any Von Flue chokes. Looking for a knee bar again. Not happening. But yeah, they standing back up with a minute left. Von Flue's starting to slow down. I think John Alessio's going to win this one by near decision. Nice jab and a straight right, and there's a cut now. They clinch. Down position here. Can't get him down. He can't really do anything. John Alessio's just a savage there. It's a great performance from John Alessio. Huge. I mean, that... Talk about just a massive head kick, though. Couldn't have dialed up better. Perfect time to throw out right at the end of the round. But yeah, I mean, great win for John Alessio, 22-11. It's a good fight. It just the third round kind of dragged a little bit. 18-7 for Jason Von Flue. Tough break there. He was on a hell of a roll and just fought a tough opponent there. He's giving thanks to John Alessio. Praise his team at Craig Jackson's Mixed Martial Arts. It's very responsive to all the fans that came out to support him. The main event, Big Ben Rothwell taking on Mirko Cro Cop. Cro Cop is the underdog. Makes sense. Favorite, Big Ben Rothwell. Bigger. Size-wise, just going to tower over Cro Cop. 14-5, 13-2 kickboxing. Kickboxing background for Big Ben Rothwell as well, but also has a jiu-jitsu background. Roof Sport, Golden Glory. I can't wait. Heavyweight title fight. Herb Dean staying out there. Ringside judges. Cro Cop, major size disadvantage here. Giving up at least 25 pounds. Giving up 3 inches of height. And right out of the gate, though, a jab and a roundhouse kick to the ribs. You love to see it. Cro Cop again can't hit the step right jab, and another leg kick. Or this time with a leg kick, rather, as Rothwell trying to get his chance in the dart in on Cro Cop. Doesn't want to get caught, though. There's a jab. Rothwell dodges the right, roundhouse kick to the body, though. Moving in closer here, looking to throw some strikes. A tentative jab from Rothwell lands. Lands the big right jab, but misses the big head kick, though. Then massive. Can't connect with the jab, then catches Rothwell with a left roundhouse kick to the body, though. 1-2 from... Doesn't land either blow. There's a jab, and then catches him with a left hook. Yep, there's the takedown. Yep, and now you're in Rothwell's world. Well, he had a couple of chances there, a couple of minutes to be able to stand up there and strike with him, but Rothwell's going to just keep him down here as long as he can. And some minor strikes, gets under, tries to use it as a base to stand up, but Rothwell quickly shuts that down. Cro Cop, look at those switch the butterfly guard. That gets prevented. Hey, they stand him up, though. So there's a jab, misses the left body kick, fails to land. On his jab, lands a sick head kick, though. Knocks him down with the head kick, looking to finish him. Several big stomps and kicks, but somehow Rothwell hangs on. Rothwell gets back up after making Cro Cop step back to avoid the up kick. Cro Cop got him down once, and he knocked him out this time, though. We shall see. He doesn't trouble his opponent with a combination of the low kick to the legs. Rothwell again with the takedown. Trying to get something going here was Rothwell. Trying to get an underhook now from Cro Cop. Not happening. Looking for a leg lock. Oh, thank God he stopped him. I was so scared. Looking to push him back, trying to scramble. Not enough, though. Was able to just secure side control instead. There's a couple of knees to the ribs here. And a couple of knees to the ribs again. Great round from Cro Cop. Tremendous. I got him down with a head kick. Was in control for the majority of that round, too. I mean, that's a tremendous job from Cro Cop. Let's see what happens here. Start off the second. Jab hits home from Cro Cop and then hits a spinning kick to the body. Rothwell again with a takedown. 3 for 3. Not going to stop him. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. Look, again, try to get the butterfly guard. Oh, it does get pushed back. And there's a quick scramble. Not enough separation, though, so it's able to just catch him and get side control. Oh, no. And now Rothwell's got his back. And he's got both hooks in. Rear naked choke. That's all she wrote. Big Ben Rothwell, your new heavyweight champion. Man, hell of a fight, though. Cro Cop, he just couldn't knock him out. He knocked him down, but he couldn't knock him out. And then once you're grappling down there with Rothwell, you're going to get caught in something. And tremendous job there from Big Ben Rothwell to come back in the second and get the win. Giving thanks and praise to Team Roof Sport is very responsive to all of his fans who came out supporting him. Holding the heavyweight title high, he celebrates being a new champion warns that he's intending to have a very long reign. 66 for the critical rating. A lot of people here, though. Almost a 17,000 gate. That is not bad at all. Hell of a main event. That was a fun fight, though. We had a good good little mid-card fight, and a good opener. And the prelims did really well, too. The prelims were probably the best fights on the whole entire card. Yeah, but not a lot of finishes, though. We only had one finish of the entire main card, and then the prelims had submissions. So it's crazy. Nobody got knocked out. We had a couple of knockdowns. No knockouts, but great job there from Rothwell. Crow Cop did a tremendous job. Felt like Gilman Melendez should have won that fight, so we're going to give him a nice little performance bonus. Same thing for Jessica Aguilar. I think that will do it for episode 135, though. Thank you all for watching. Damn, we almost made $10 million. That is crazy. That's huge. What a gate, though. Almost $5.5 million gate. That is massive. As we'll catch you guys next time for episode 136. Take care, everyone.